Evening, y'all. Chief Prepper here. I'm gonna do a rehash of some stuff real quick. All right. I mentioned the bullshit with the cows and the fucking human earlier. If they come with lockdowns, you need to have been stacking capabilities and assets because this may be a self-imposed lockdown because of fatality rate associated with the bird flu, right? So even if you don't have that, we have all these fucking people in America that they're not here. They weren't born here. They may have nefarious fucking plans. So assets I would recommend stacking: security, water, food, shelter, backup power generation, ways to cook without electricity or natural gas, ways to cook over a fire or a rocket stove or propane grill, cast iron cookware, hunting and fishing gear, which is a long list of shit. Important papers, any precious metals you may or may not have, to include lead. All right, knives, fire starting, water filtration, shelter on the go, backpacks, durable footwear. Today I purchased a second set of Harley Davidson version motorcycle riding tennis shoes. They're high tops, but they're better than high tops. They're like a little bit taller. My wife also got a pair. Something she wanted, so I asked her if she wanted to go by the store today, and we did. If you're not getting more physically fit than you are, if you're in a wheelchair, you can wheel yourself around a mile, work to get to 2. If you can do 2, work to get to 4. All right. Get more physically fit than you are. If for whatever reason we lose the power grid, that means there won't be any running water. That means there won't be, at a certain point, any natural gas. And in addition to that, there won't be any gas coming out of the gas pumps. So keep your gas tanks topped off for the foreseeable future, probably through the end of the year. So I did not top off a tank today. I was going to, and fucked around and drove right past the station. But I have to go back out tomorrow. If you have things that go bang, make sure they are set up and they are ready to go. All right. So one of the things I need to do is go test fire some, and then make some decisions on how I'm going to set some up. It's spring. Soon it'll be spring everywhere. So if you're north of what's considered the Mason-Dixon line, soon you'll be able to plant. If you're south, my garden is already in. I'll probably do an update on that to show you what the ground looks like. Basically, it's been in the ground almost a month, so I need to go back through with a hoe and start getting rid of the stuff that's starting to grow up. You need to understand that gardening is not an overnight process. Most plants don't bear anything for 30 to 45 days. In some instances, 70 to 80 days, 90 days. So if you don't understand that, then you need to. All right. Just like hunting and fishing, there's all these stories about this big fish I caught, or this big deer, or big boar. If it ain't on the wall, then they probably didn't catch it. All right. More often than not, when you go fishing, you don't catch anything. All right. More often than not, when you go hunting, you don't get anything. Now, the only saving grace is after about a year, if shit goes like it may, the wild game will come back, because that's what they do. They do the same thing we do. We procreate. All right. So in San Antonio, we have 1,600,000 people roughly. So after a year, 1,440,000 of those people are going to be dead. All right. You have to understand, everybody who's on dialysis, dead. Everybody who's type 1, type 2 diabetic, dead within 6 months. Everybody who's on health meds, high blood pressure, this or that, probably dead. All right. Your ability to get antibiotics and our ability to stay clean is what allowed us to start living longer past our 40s and 50s. All right. Remember that. So having said that, I don't care where you get your medicine from, but you probably need to go ahead and make another order of Jace medical antibiotics. In my case, I already have a year's worth of my meds that I need. All right. Buy over-the-counter painkillers. What do you call it? Cold medicine, if you can still get it. It is allergy season, so I'm a little bit congested. Whatever is in the air today is supposed to be 21,000 in the red for oak. So my wife is not feeling good, and I was outside for a little bit grilling, other than today. But earlier today, the wind wasn't really blowing that bad, but now it's blowing pretty good. And, something I don't like. So understand that if you are a person who is on allergy meds, you're going to need to run out of those. So you may want to stock up on those. You may want to invest in EpiPens if you have someone that goes into that anaphylaxis shock where they can't breathe. All right. Probably want to invest in body armor if you don't have it. I would highly recommend you check out Safe. There's something on YouTube that is all over my channels and feeds. I want to say Safe Life or SafeLightDefense.com. That soft body armor is supposed to be level 3A. So if you buy that and then you put a level 2 plate in front of it, you might be all right for, I don't know if that will give you level 4 protection or not, but it's soft body armor that will protect you up to 44 Magnum. All right. Doesn't mean you won't have broken ribs when you're done or caved in chest, but the bullet will not have penetrated you. All right. What else? Get durable footwear. If you don't have knives, get knives for outdoor stuff. Bushcrafting, skinning animals, gutting fishes. All right, starting a fire. Get outdoor cookware, cast iron. All right, learn how to make fire. Learn how to make shelter. I have not built a shelter. That's on my list of things to do. I think I could competently do one with a tarp, but without a tarp, probably not. Not very well anyway. I can make a windbreak easily, but I recently invested in preps for myself in addition to the high tops. I got 2 shelter halves, old school army shit from the 80s. I got pegs, I got 1 set of stakes and rope, and I got to get some more 10 stakes and rope. All right. So, it's a tent big enough for me and the wife and the 2 mutts. The cat probably won't come. He follows me around the house, but when he's in the house, but he probably won't come. So, what you doing, baby? Huh? Hey, what are you doing? My dog is looking at the light weird, the fan too. All right. Shogun is getting ready to come on. This is running a little late. All the things I talked about. All right, you need to stack food, dry goods, rice, beans, whatever the fuck you eat. Don't stack shit you ain't gonna eat. Ramen's a good meal, even though it's really bad for you. All right. Learn how to dress up ramen with cold cuts and vegetables. What else? Learn how to sharpen knives. If you can't sharpen knives, you'll have a sharp knife for about the first 4 or 5 times you use it. 1 time if you skin an animal. All right. If you have the money, night vision and thermal, ballistic headwear, MVG mount, red lens, white lens, lights, headlamps, gloves. Invest in gloves. You'll wear out a pair of work gloves quickly, and until your hands get tough, you're going to suffer. All right. And basically, you need to remember, in addition to all the bad things that are going to happen, that a little nick on your hand and then you're skinning an animal, you can get sick and die within days. All right, so I don't know what else to say. All right, information is knowledge and power. Live low, prep a lot, share love, keep pepper.